So again, I want to give a huge shout out to everyone on the ARH team for maintaining the original vision and the people who actually made this happen. This is a really big deal. You guys deserve a lot of credit for doing what you're doing and trying to make this happen. So I applaud you.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the Dice Commando YouTube channel. I'm Andrew, with you here as always. This is the Commando Cast, a video cast about all things Star Wars Destiny. This video and others like this one are possible thanks to viewers like you. Please show your support with a like and subscribe, and be sure to hit the bell notification icon so you don't miss any new videos. If you want to get involved with the channel, consider becoming a channel member. There are many benefits to channel membership, including access to our Discord, exclusive deck tech and strategy videos, and the opportunity to help create channel content. I want to sincerely thank all our channel members, as I truly couldn't do this without your support. You guys rock. Go Commando.
Well, folks, big news on the in-person play front for Star Wars Destiny. Now, ARH has always been about supporting IRL play, but the last 2+ years have made it a challenge not only to happen, but also somewhat impractical for them to even really waste their effort in support of it. But now that things are turning the corner globally, at least for this month, ARH has a huge announcement for us in terms of supporting and encouraging IRL play. This week's announcement of the Renewed Prime events is very, very exciting. Hey there, Star Wars Destiny folks. Welcome back to Dice Commando and the Commando Cast. Thank you guys for checking in, and happy Destiny Friday. I hope everything's been going well. One heck of a week with the announcement, and then another announcement. Let's just cut right to it. I've already been telling you guys about the Rumble in P-Town, which is on Saturday, April 9th in Portland, Oregon. And guess what? That is less than a month away, kids. Less than a month away. So, you know, Better get that all figured out. But yes, I am very happy to announce, ecstatic to announce that with the announcement of the Renewed Prime Championships, which we are talking about in depth today, of course, we are a Renewed Prime Championship location. So I'm going to do everything I can to get the kits there on time. And so we're gonna go through that today, what it means, my take on it, basically describe the kit and how you can get involved to get it happening at your local if you are approved to do so. So no worries. Let's go ahead and pop the announcement up. There it is. All right. So this was written by Sarah. So thank you, Sarah, for making this happen. She has always been a longtime bastion of the IRL play component of this. So really no surprise there that's coming. And let's be very clear about another exciting piece of this. It's base turret themed. Guy love all the way, baby. Guy love all the way. I love it. So, for the year 2022, we want to see the community regularly playing the game we love at in-person events. And there you go on to say the pandemic has stopped it. So, therefore, they're excited to announce the ARH Renewed Prime Championship season for the year of 2022. So, prizes: participants will receive the Baze Churret double-sided participation promo card from our latest set, Unlikely Heroes. And this is from, that's right, this is from Pistachios. This is pretty baller. Now, do note, this is a double-sided card, which means you'll get one of them, which means that you need to go to two of these to be able to play them side by side. So just keep that in mind. That's kind of a big deal, I think, right? So you'll get, I mean, that's what it says there. That's my interpretation of it. Participants will receive the double-sided card. So in order to play two of them and make their powers combine, right, you'll need to go to two. So go to two. It seems pretty cool. The top four then, make the top four and you'll earn yourself a pair of these oh so shiny foil Baze and Churret promos. Now, those are the images. They have a little video down here, which we're going to go ahead and play. And it shows them IRL with the shininess. These are pretty hot. These are really pretty hot. So everybody in the top four cut will get those babies. So you got to like that. And now the winner, take down the competition, and you'll go home with a pair of the Spot Gloss Baze Malbus and Churret Imwe plastic promo cards and the glory. So they're not spot glosses in the traditional sense as we're used to them, where they're transparent. They will just be printed on plastic cards. What comes to mind, I have a Mother Talzin from back in the Destiny days. It wasn't clear, right? There was a number of those that they weren't spot glosses in the traditional sense, meaning they weren't like the clear PVC. It's just a printed on plastic card. I want to say the Rey and Kylo plastic ones were the same way. Is that correct? Somebody will correct me on that, but I think that's correct. I think they were just printed on there. So anyway, now, so that's all really, really cool. Now, before we go into the next part, I do want to talk a bit about the kit. So in reaching out with 86, he informed me that the kit is $70 and supports 16 people, right? So what that tells me is that it'll have, obviously, the pair of the spot glosses. It will have 4 of each of these for the top 4 in terms of the foils, and then it will have 16 of the double-sided cards. Now, calling it a participation prize in that, so it would not necessarily be now, to be fair, how many people we're going to get out to Destiny events, I don't know. That said, it's not technically a participation prize if it's only 16, right? So if one kit only includes 16 of them, it's not technically a participation prize, right? It's a top 16 prize. So that's what it's being called here in the article, but I just want to make sure that all my viewers have their expectations and everyone coming to the Portland tournament has their expectations set accordingly, that it is not a participation prize, it is a top 16, and we would have to cap the tournament for it to be, we'd have to cap the tournament 16 for it to be a technical participation prize. So it is not technically a participation prize in that sense. That said, if you can get more than 16 people out, I think you're a winner, right? But the point is, if they're supporting, because we'll go look at the approved sites, and I know Adepticon is, but if they're only supporting Adepticon with one, this is not a participation prize, right? They would need more than that. So, but I mean, they have to draw the line somewhere, right? Like, you can't just send somebody infinite cards with the kit. I mean, it makes sense, but it should be called a top 16 card, but no big deal. And then, like I said, so it's $70 per 16. Now, when I first heard that, I was like, man, that's a little high. But I really started thinking about it. It's like it comes out to like $450-ish per person. And if you really think about it, like at Gunray, we're charging $15 for the Rumble and P-Town event, which makes sense because that's what they needed for their event fee, basically. So the extra 10, right? So and that's what I had allotted was 5 for prizes, so it fit right into that. So it seems high when you just know money and the way people deal with it. So 70 seemed high, but it's actually a pretty reasonable price in my opinion. So I think that's all good. But just keep in mind it is only 16 people for your event. So if you are advertising for your event that everyone's going to get that participation prize, you either need 2 kits or more kits, or you're going to have some unhappy. So some splaining to do, Lucy, some splaining to do. So, but no big deal. So, do you want to run a Renewed Pride event? A Renewed Prime event? Renewed Pride is totally something different. Do you want to run a Renewed Prime event? Applications are open, and you can apply here on their link. Remember, this is an article on the ARH site. I don't know if I said that, but I know most of that was implied, and I know most of you guys got that. So you can click on that link there, and you can go. Each prize kit supports up to 16 players with the option to purchase more participation cards if you're expecting a higher turnout. The problem is then you get stuck with that, right? I mean, it goes to what I said above. So I think in most cases, right, because you're not necessarily going to, right, you're going to have to order this. I mean, functionally as a tournament order, you're going to have to order this well enough ahead of time that you're not necessarily going to know how many people are going to have to show up, right? So either you take a hit on and carry something, or you just cap it at 16. I think practically you cap it at 16. And then again, make sure that people understand that it is a single card that is double-sided and not not 2 copies, right? I mean, again, it is very clear what it says, but it's worth the extra verbiage just so you don't have people leaving. Because again, when we have people coming back for the first time to play IRL, like, you don't want people leaving disappointed because, like, we only get so many shots. So please allow a minimum of 4 weeks for U.S.-based applicants for all of this. Renewed Primes are considered to be premium events. They issue the guidance that proxies, right? This is in terms of legality. They're considered to be premium events. ARH issues guidance that proxies should not be accepted for FOG cards. ARH charge could be printed on a card or paper slipped in front of another card. All cards should be sleeved appropriately, and dice should be stickered or printed directly on the dice, not using proxy dice or D6s or whatever it may be. So again, you can click that link to apply. And then where to play, so let's go ahead on over to the verified event. So we have a couple so far. So Echo Base is Thursday weekly. So that is a TTS, which is interesting because this is supporting IRL play. But again, it's good to get it out there and get that promo. So 100% behind it. Adepticon will be on there. I am positive that the Adepticon one will likely have enough. I mean, that's a huge, big deal. They will likely have enough participation for everyone. Rumble in P-Town, we will be not be capping that at 16, but we will only have one kit for that just because I don't want to overextend. I mean, it is what it is, folks. And then they have the Gen Con one, and then there's an Echo Base Regional, which will be the Dice Cup in Nottingham. And then we have a UK Highlander one, which will also be on April 30th. So all coming up here very, very, very soon. Yeah, except for the one in Gen Con, which is in August, obviously. So it's not necessarily in date order on here. So very, very, very cool. Very, very exciting stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and close that window and just start putting up the prizes we'll be talking about. But these prizes are freaking awesome. I mean, I'm a huge fan of these. Trying to participate in multiple of these events so that I could get my team is desirable. That said, I mean, with how infrequent these are going to be, it's going to be tough to fly, and it's tough to fly and justify just a piece of cardboard and hanging out with your nerd bros or girls. But either way, this is really, really exciting. This is a huge step in the right direction, and I really want to commend the folks over at ARH, and especially the new folks over at ARH, because this has really been the vision from the beginning. And I want to acknowledge that there were a lot of fears that we would never get here, right? Because, a lot of the individuals that were piloting ARH to begin with had been largely, I mean, they had been the ones championing many of the online events even back when we had IRL play, right? That Artificially League and so on. So there were a lot of fears, and I think justified somewhat. But there were a lot of fears that we would never get back to IRL play and that online would just become the new way. And then with 2 years of pandemic, I think a lot of people just figured that the ship had sailed. So again, I want to give a huge shout out to everyone on the ARH team for maintaining the original vision and the people who actually made this happen. This is a really big deal. You guys deserve a lot of credit for doing what you're doing and trying to make this happen. So I applaud you. Hopefully everyone can give you a virtual fist bump or maybe a real fist bump when the time comes. So anyway, that's going to wrap it up today. I just wanted to make sure everybody knew what was going on, announce my own excitement about the one in P-Town. Oh, other announcement. The mask mandate expires in Portland, Oregon, on Sunday in like 3 days from when this video goes live, which means that under current direction, huge asterisk disclaimer, under current direction, we will be able to see each other's actual real faces at that event. That's pretty exciting. So anyway, do keep in mind things change, right? If anything we've learned over the last 2 years, it's that things change at the drop of a politician's whim. But that is the current plan as of now. So that's very, very exciting. So anyway, folks, I hope to see you out in Portland. I hope to see you applying and trying to get this stuff to happen. This is going to be super awesome, and I'm very, very excited about all this. So anyway, if I haven't said excited enough time, excited. No, but huge shout out to Sarah, huge shout out to her team for making all this happen. The stuff looks fantastic. The pistachios, the card looked great. Anyway, enough of that. Thank you very much, guys, for joining, and go Commando.